Now, guys, welcome back to the next episode of SamDjanShow. Today, we're talking about top 10 TV show spin offs, so let's get into it. Welcome back to the next episode of SamDjanShow. We're talking about pop culture. Today, we're talking about top 10 TV show spin offs. Before I do it, don't forget to subscribe and click notification bell for this album. So, today I'm going to be talking about TV show spin offs, so let's get into them. So, I have 10, and this is my opinion. If you have others, you can put in the comments. So, number 10, I have The Connors. Now, you're probably thinking, what is The Connors? Now, The Connors was a spin off of we say follow up. It's pretty much a spin off of Roseanne. If you know Roseanne, it had the star of Roseanne Barr, John Goodman in it, and Sarah Gilbert in it. It aired for, I think, was in 1989 to 1998. It ran for 9 seasons. Basically, what happened was there was a revival in season 10. They did a season 10, and everyone was going to come back 2018. So the network had plans to do a season 11, but what happened was is that Roseanne Barr did some um, offensive tweets. So because of that, they cancelled season 11 and they reworked the show with the Connors, which it was basically the same show but without Roseanne Barr. And I've seen a couple episodes. I thought it was great. I wouldn't say it's better as Roseanne, but I think it's fine. It's not one of my favorite spin-offs, but I think it's okay. And they basically say Roseanne died, which just so they read the character out. Which I actually thought was a fun spin-off. You should check it out. It's on for 5 seasons. I think that's going to be season 6. I think it's going to end with season 6. That's the Connors. Number 9, I have The Originals. Now, The Originals was a spin-off of The Vampire Diaries, which that aired on the CW. The Originals was a spin-off of that, which is starred Klaus, Elijah, and Rebecca, who they were the original vampires from The Vampire Diaries. They showed up in that. And I thought it ran for 5 seasons. I thought it was good. I kind of prefer Vampire Diaries. I kind of like them more in Vampire Diaries. I think they're good here. And there was a spin off to this called Legacies, which I'm not going to get into that, but you can check it out. I ran for 4 seasons. And I thought the originals was pretty good. I think it's darker than the Vampire Diaries, and I don't think there's teen drama in it like Vampire Diaries, but I still like it for what it was. So that's the originals. Number 8, I have Frasier. Now Frasier was a spin off of Cheers, and uh, it starred Kelsey Grammer at Frasier, who was in Cheers. I actually thought this was good. We had John Mahoney, and I thought it was great. I watched a couple episodes. I don't think it's bad. I think it's as good as Cheers, but yeah, I thought Frasier's a pretty good show. You should check it out. There is going to be a sequel to this series, Frasier. So even it ran for 11 seasons, same as Cheers, I think. And that's pretty much it. That's Frasier. Number 7 of Daria. Now Daria is it was a spin-off of Beavis and Butthead, and Daria wasn't Beavis and Butthead. And Daria, I think you can watch. I don't know if you can watch it, but um, it ran on MTV. It ran for 5 seasons. And this was a pretty good show. I always get Beavis and Butthead, but I'm not a huge fan of Beavis and Butthead. I think it's okay. The revival's pretty good. Well, actually, there were 2 revivals and there were 2 movies. But I thought Daria is pretty good. I enjoyed it. And number 6, have the Cleveland Show. Now, this was a spin off of Family Guy, and it starred Cleveland Brown. I actually like the show. I know that people didn't like it. People were like, oh, it was just a rip off of Family Guy. It was basically with Cleveland. But I honestly like Cleveland more than Peter Griffin. I think he's a bit more likable than Peter. And I thought some of the storylines were pretty good. I thought the characters were pretty good. It got cancelled after 4 seasons. They ran for 4 seasons, 88 episodes, which I don't think is bad. I think it probably would have hit 100 if we had season 5. But then Cleveland and his family returned to Family Guy, and I think it was for the best. I think the finale that wasn't really a finale; it kind of ended on a random episode. So that's pretty much it. It was the Cleveland show. I recommend to check it out. Number 5, are the Simpsons. Now you're probably thinking, Simpsons is a spin-off. Now, for those who don't know, The Simpsons was actually a spin-off of the Tracy Ullman show. If you don't know Tracy Ullman, the actress Tracy Ullman, basically she had a show called The Tracy Ullman Show, and in it there was like some shorts that featured the Simpsons characters. There were early versions of them. So like I think you can find them on YouTube. There's a bunch of Simpsons shorts that were in the show. And the network liked it so much. It was like, why don't we give them their own show? They did in 1989, and they're still going on for I think 33 seasons over 700 episodes. Simpsons is a beloved show. Everyone knows Simpsons. I love. I think it's good till season 10. I think some new. I watch new episodes here and there. I love the movie. I like the shorts. I think the shorts they do. I think they're pretty good. It seems like good. The characters are iconic. I love the family, and that's pretty much it. So yeah. So that is the Simpsons. Um, Season four. Then number four we have Angel, which if you don't know Angel is a spin-off of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you don't know Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which it was it was based, which that one was based on a movie, which was a different it was a Kirsty Swanson, yeah. The TV show stars with Sarah Michelle Gellar, and they have Angel, who was in the TV show. Then he got his own show. I think Angel is probably better than Buffy. It ran for 5 seasons. It was abruptly cancelled after season five. And this was co by Joss Whedon, also did Buffy as well. And they were in the same universe. And it starred David Boren Menez, who starred as Angel. He was in Buffy. And I actually like Angel. I thought it was pretty good. I loved all 5 seasons. I love Buffy as well. I think they were good. And that's what I'll check. That's Angel. 100% check it out. I think it's probably one of the best spin offs. I think it's probably one of the best spin offs I've probably been in the original shows. That's Angel, a great show. Number three, I have Xena Warrior Princess. Now, Xena Warrior Princess, if you don't know, it was a spin off of Hercules: The Legendary Journeys, and it starred Lucy Lawless, and it starred it starred it starred Lucy Lawless and Renee O'Connor, Ted Raimi, and I actually thought this was a good. This was actually good. If you don't know, Xena was actually in Hercules. You've seen a couple episodes. And they decided to give her own show. Like they both ran for 6 seasons. I actually like Xena. I think it's probably even better. I think this is probably one time spin off is better than the original show. I think I enjoy this much more than Hercules Legendary continued. And so many people forget it's actually a spin off of that. But I actually liked the show. I thought it was good. He had Ares, played by the late Kevin Smith, and Carl Urban was in it as well. And I thought it was great. He had Khaleesi, played by Hudson Leak, and I liked all the. I think it was great. You can see a couple clips on YouTube, and I actually liked it. I thought it was a great show. That's Warrior Princess. I thought it holds up. There's been talks of them rebooting it, but if they don't, I'm happy we have the original one, and I think Lucy Lawless is great, and to see the Warrior Princess. Number two, we have Family Matters. Now, Family Matters was a sitcom. Um, Basically, it was a spin-off of Perfect Strangers, and this it revolves around the Winslow, an African American middle class family, and so midway through season one, the series introduced Winston's nerdy neighbor, Steve Urkel, who was originally scripted to play as a one-time character. However, he quickly became the show's breakout and eventually main character joining the main cast. And and I actually liked this show. I thought it was great. And and then you had Steve Urkel, which I think, and then you had Steve Urkel, which I think is iconic. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Family Matters. I wish I would do a revival on this since they did Full House. I wouldn't mind if Joe White comes back as Steve Urkel. As Family Matters, I thought it was great. Perfect. I haven't seen Perfect Strangers. I know it starred Carl Winslow, who was in Perfect Strangers. And I thought Family Matters, it was on uh, it aired on what was it? ABC and CBS. Ran for 9 seasons. And yes, per Family Matters, I thought it was a really good show. And yeah, so and the finally number nine. So number one, I have Better Call Saul. With General Better Call Saul, it's a spin-off of Breaking Bad. So Bob Odenkirk. I think this is probably one of the best spin-offs of all time, and I think it's probably better than the original. I think it's equally as good as the original show. So it's Bob Odenkirk, and it's a spin-off of Saul. Pretty much as Saul was in Breaking Bad. I love Breaking Bad, and I love Better Call Saul. Also like El Camino, the movie they did, which stars John Pinkman, and great show. I enjoyed it. I think Bob Odenkirk is really good in the show. For the other cast was great. You have Gus, played by Giancarlo Esposito, and I thought it was a great show. I love and I thought Better Call Saul was pretty good. Um, and yeah, so and it just ended season six, which was um, yeah, uh, actually his name wasn't Frank, his name was Gus, but I think it was a great show. I haven't checked it out. It just ended at 6 seasons, just as much as Breaking Bad. And I think it's good. I haven't really checked it out. That's pretty much it. That is the top 10 TV show spin offs. So, guys, so much my videos. My next one.